Today we are going to continue the session of examining the relationship between the association between your variables, and we have talked before about the correlation, and we are going to start talking about the regression. So the difference between the correlation and the regression is in the prediction itself. So correlation can give you a hint whether there is a relationship between independent variable and the dependent or the outcome. However, for the regression, you are predicting the outcome. So for example, you have this set of data here. You have the weight change as your outcome, so it will be your dependent variable because it depends on the other variable. Now you have three independent variable. We are going to talk initially about two variable only because they are continuous variable. And so your theory here, whether the diet reduction and the exercise increase might predict how much your weight will be changed in your sample here. So you have 439 subjects, and you want to test this theory. Now, before starting, as we discussed before, you want to examine the normality of your data. You can do it before the analysis or even after the analysis. Now, before the analysis, we discussed before that can you go from descriptive statistics and explore your data here, and you are going to select descriptive, and most important is the normality plot with the test as well as the histogram. Then you hit OK. What you will find that initially you have 439 subject, and it seemed to be that the Shapiro work showed that there is a significant interruption in the normality. However, this is why you have to go for the graphs. So for the graphs, it shows here that there is reasonably very good normal distribution. So after that, you decided to go for your regression. Now, how to do the regression? You have to go to analyze. And by the way, there is two types of regression we are going to talk about. We have the linear one, where is your outcome is continuous variable, while if your variable is decomatous or categorical, that means yes or no as your outcome answer, or disease free or diseased or died or still living. That is a logistic regression that we'll talk about in the next clip. But for the linear one, your outcome is continuous. That's one. The other thing, if you have just one independent variable, that is simple linear regression, while if you have more than one, that is multiple regression. So you go for analyze, go for regression, we'll take linear. Now, to start from the beginning here, so your dependent variable is the weight change. Now, you don't have any theory here, so you don't know they are going to predict your outcome or not. So you are going to check diet and exercise as your independent variable. Now, for the method of entry here, either the SPSS is going to enter all of them together at once, or one variable followed by other variable to form your formula of prediction, or enter all of them then start to remove one or by one, or by blocks, or what we call hierarchical one if you have a theory before. Now we are going to enter them all together. For the statistics, you are going to check for the descriptive, model fit, and you are going to estimate the regression coefficient. Now for the residual, that means the difference between the predicted outcome and the observed one, you may check the Durbin-Watson, and the reason for that is to look for linearity and homogeneity between your variable later on. For plot, you want to check the residual and the linearity of your outcome. This is the other way to do it before instead of doing it at the start, and it's very important to check the histogram and the normality plot. For safe, again, to check for multicollinearity, that means there is no relationship between the independent variable. We may take the Mahalanobis for the distance. Also, you may save couple of data in your not output but in your data itself, including the residual, the standardized one, and the predicted value. Option here, you want to check whether you want to remove each subject that you have a missing variable for it, or just if all the variable in that subject.